Scotch test dummies, bracket 4, baby, bracket 4.
Barrel strength blind bourbon shootout. Now, brackets 1, 2, and 3, Bart and I lined up. We picked the same one. Again, these are all 16 bottles are blind to us.
That's magical, though.
They're blind to me. They're blind to you.
Yep, we got double blind, triple blind, quadruple.
Watch. If you haven't watched 1 and 2, we explain it more. Go watch them.
Much more detail there. I have coin 387, 388, 390, and 391.
382, 383, 384, 385.
Numero uno, Bruno. See how I worked that in?
That smells like a sweet rye.
Ooh. I'm still enjoying my numero uno, Bruno.
Yeah.
I kind of like the alliteration.
I don't know, Margot.
Wherefore should we go? Sorry.
Again, just, a dusty, sweet rye.
Yeah.
There's obviously,
These are different.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is a good point. But I am getting a rye. I'm getting dry. Well, it's not shocking that I would get dusty.
Oaky.
You're right, though. These maybe are not the same ones.
I poured Bart's, he poured mine, blind just from these 4, so they may line up, they may not.
But do your notes without me agreeing.
I get a little floral and a little bit of a twang of something as well. Sweet, dusty rye.
So here's the weird thing. They could be lined up. They could not. Maybe it's the power of suggestion. I get a touch of vanilla. Like a real nice baking vanilla. And then I also get a dusty rye here. And it's either floral or slight citrus notes, which is interesting. Back of the hand.
2 more, a little bit darker, a little bit deeper, a little richer, more standard-ish bourbon notes. But still a little bit different at the same time.
I'm on numero 2, Bruno. Sorry, I'll quit doing that. Like, oh my, can you do that every time? This makes the show better. This is our first show of this too. Although we did have one other little thing we filmed, but it's not like we filmed all 4 straight through.
No. We learned our lesson.
Yes, we did. We learned it. This one's a lot more muted for me. I almost get dry, astringent, slight hints of barley, malted barley, mown grass. It feels like our nose is like a lighter ABV, but then I get a little bit of nasal burn, so I don't know. This one's not coming on powerful, though. It seems a little muted, which is interesting.
My 3 ABV hit me a little bit up front. Back in there. Cinnamons, a little floral, a little nutty.
Huh. What is this?
Little oak.
This has a sour twinge to it. Almost like a touch of baby spit, which is a little bit of milk coming back up. A little bit sweet, sour. Again, it's got a dryness in the nose, but the ABV feels lower. This is dry, dusty with a sweet, sour twinge.
And baby vomit.
I say spit. It's a little more palatizing.
All right. Back my number 4. More similar to 3 than the others. Wow. Standard bourbon nose.
See, this one, my 4, has a bit of hard, sweet candy, dusty barn floor, and a light sweet corn. Boy, and it also seems a little more muted. My first one, number one, was the strongest.
I'm going in on my number one.
Going in. Oh, I itch. My apologies. All right, you went in on your number one.
And I took way too big a swig. And I should have.
Just shoot it down.
Real similar to the nose on this one. Sweet, light rye notes, oak, little astringent, floral, almost rose petalish, medium ABV for a barrel strength.
My number one is dry, dusty pie crust. It's got a distinct corn sweetness in the finish. Vanilla notes running strong throughout as well. First blush, that's right, I said first blush. This is probably my favorite. And that's just from the nosing. This one had the most kick on the nose, so we'll see. We'll see. But I had a feeling this one was going to be lively. I like that pie crust. It's that dry kind of cross between that graham cracker and that dry pastry crust.
Vanilla notes through on mine, light citrus on my one. Going to my number two.
You're going to do your what?
Yeah. Two, a little bit more flavor punch packed in there. A little bit higher ABV, it feels like. More fruits, more caramel.
Ooh.
Two will advance past one.
Wow. What, much more astringent, my number two. Great velvety mouthfeel. I got a very distinct rye touch. And then as it finishes corn or peanut shell. Yeah, with almost hints of like a rye bread dough. And I think it's better than two. Or one. I think two's better than one.
My two advanced advanced over number one.
Mouth feels great on that one.
I'll take my 3 and 4.
Man, I almost want to use your technique and just see which one's better because they're both pretty close. Let me try one again before I move.
Going into my number 3.
No doubt. Ooh. Two's better on the open than one. Oh, one may have a better finish. That's interesting.
3 is very good. Very nice. A lot of cinnamon, vanilla. Good ABV. Of course, they all have good ABV. That goes without saying.
Ooh.
Get some cherries. Nice caramels. That's a good, not the most richest that we've had, but nice, good, deep bourbon notes on that one.
This is a harder bracket for me. I haven't had one jump out and say, pick me, pick me.
We'll go into my number 4.
All right. Thick and viscous, not quite velvety on the mouthfeel, but it feels thicker and richer. The finish tails off quick here, and I find myself trying to search and peg the flavors. I would say creamy, almost like a buttery cream, but it's not quite that rich in the finish. very smooth. Let me do one more slight sip.
My 4 is going to be the one to beat. I think that one's. I think.
Buttery, creamy, but doesn't quite seem to be standing up to 2, but we'll see.
I'm pretty sure my 4 had the richest, deepest caramels, brown sugars. I'm still tasting it from that sip. Cinnamons, vanilla, really nice barrel strength bourbon. Melted caramels, milk chocolates. A little dusty.
Number 4, touches of ginger, almost like a gingerbread man cookie. A little bit of a dry sour note in the finish. Keep wanting to say clover. I don't know why. It's got a nice little sweet little kicker right at the end. I'm going to add some water to these, but I believe 2 or 3 is going to be my go.
I just took number 3 out. Number 4 beats out number 3.
Wow, you just killed
So
it.
I'm down to 2 and 4.
Man, I bumped your shoulder. It was like a rock.
2 and 4.
I think I bruised myself.
A cracker?
Yeah, cleanse it.
Man.
Which one? I'll give it a little
4.
swirl, a little swirl, swirl, swirl. If I had to peg it, I think 4 is in the back. But let's see.
My lips are numb.
We'll say at the end of bracket 3, I was blown. We could not have continued even if I had wanted to. These are some powerful beasts that we have in front of us. And I mean throughout the brackets, not just this round.
Well, I think the lowest proof we had was 52.5. Somewhere in there. Right around 60% is probably the average.
Ooh, I like
All right, I'm going to go back to my number 2.
hints of coffee on my number 2.
Two's.
My 2 really takes over though, almost like a menthol at the beginning. Not sure
My
if I
2.
like it.
My 2 is too light compared to even 3.
This
2 is
my
good.
number 3.
2 has a nice palate, but it's so much lighter on the ABV compared to the others. It feels like. I'm actually. Let me go back to 3 and 4 again, but I think 4 is going to take this one. I know.
Just gonna say no to it.
I know 4 beats out number 2.
This is. I've not had a clear standout in this bracket. The other 3, I think. Well, obviously we both did.
Yeah. Woo. 4. Do my 4 first here before 3. Or before, yeah. Again. Nice. It's a high ABV, but man, it's got a lot of depth to it. A lot of character. A lot of the toffees, caramels, brown sugars, cinnamons, red hot cinnamons. Almost coffee.
It's tough. I'm just basically, all I'm looking for is, does something top 2? So far, 1 and 3 did not top 2. Not trying to reanalyze them or anything, just do you top it? Number 4. We're going to try number 4 again.
3 has just as good a palate as 4. It's seems a little bit lower ABV. It's a little smoother. Just as good. This is a tough one. I don't want to choose 4 just because of the high ABV. They both have good flavor. Which one prevails?
I'm back to my 2. My only caution here is I do believe this is the highest ABV one. I could be wrong. I'm with you. I want to make sure I'm not just picking it for that. Let me cleanse just a bit.
3, nice coating of the mouth, velvety, taking over, saturating the taste buds, in the cheeks, in the gum, little astringent, oaks, cinnamons. Both of these real similar. Palate style.
Cleansing.
This is cleansing.
That shakes it up, gives you a little better nose, and adds a little La Cucaracha to the show. All right.
Ooh. Ma'am. Right.
Ma'am?
Man.
Oh, I thought
4.
you were like, ooh.
Number 4. I'm
Man.
advancing. I think it's
gonna
higher
advance.
ABV.
It feels
But
the same here. It feels richer. It has more depth of flavor. The corn's strong in this one too. All right, I'm going to go with my number 2. That's my number. My number 1 in this bracket is number 2.
your number 2 is the letter P, as in Paul.
Circle that bad boy. All right, and you like, I assume, number 4?
Yeah.
Number 4 is letter N, as in Nancy.
All right, championship is up next.
Wow.
Now, that's the first time we've diverged because the first 3 brackets we had both advanced the same one. That was close. That
Now,
was close
we
for
do
me.
have to cover, are we going to throw in
a wild card? I don't know. We'll see when we get to the championship.
Okay. Scotch it. You Scotch guys.
Cilantro. Dummies.